Cancel Court is an improv comedy show. Some opinions and statements are exaggerated for entertainment purposes. The views expressed on Cancel Court are solely those of the individuals providing them and do not reflect the opinions of Defiant Digital or their respective affiliates or employees. Basically, we're gonna piss a lot of people off, but fuck it. Cancel Court with Judge Tony Towns. In this episode, the trial of Jada Pinkett Smith.
Forget the red table talk. Where's the red carpet? Sweep it up under that. Jada, can you chill?
And now, let's go to the courtroom. In this quarter, the prosecution. Buckle up, Jada. You're officially on the hot seat. Say hello to CP and Cynthia Luciette. And in this corner, the defense. Aw, the Smiths got money. Say hello to Ryan Davis and Keisha E. Come to order. Cancel Court is now in session with Judge Tony Towns.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. First off, I would like to say I apologize for the AC being shut down. We were sent to this courtroom because my counterpart, Judge Greg Mathis, and his team took over the main courtroom. So if you guys continue to like, share, and subscribe, hopefully we'll be able to get the funds to get a better courtroom. Is that clear?
You just threw Judge Mathis under the bus. That's fucked up.
Today we are here to determine if actress and host Jada Pinkett Smith and the Red Table should be canceled immediately. The culture has spoken, and Jada's case finally made it to our docket.
Finally caught your ass, Jada.
We have Mr. Chris Powell, AKA CP, and his co-counsel, newcomer Miss Cynthia Luciette, AKA Sin, representing the prosecution. Thank you both for being here. We have Mr. Ryan Davis and his co-counsel. Welcome back, Miss Keisha E, representing the defense of Jada. Miss Keisha, it's good to see you back from the D. Did you just fly back in from Detroit?
I did. I actually did.
Is it still cold in the D?
It is so cold in the D. Much colder than in this courtroom.
That is good to
Your
hear.
Honor, I object. How the fuck are we supposed to keep peace?
It's all on the nigga's mind.
Murking and doing time.
Terry, he was like the president to me.
It's Mason, yeah. I fuck with it.
Mr. Ryan Davis, it seems like the fans had a lot to say about your suit jacket. Could you tell us what you're wearing today?
I am wearing the suit jacket that I took off of Doughboy's back.
Thank you.
He looked like a manatee at the prom. Shallow water, large mammal animal.
Your Honor, we will not.
We will not. Thank you. We can
will not take
continue.
No, he over there looking like an educated Eazy-E. It fucked me up. I had no idea he knew so much about the sea life.
That's funny. That's funny.
Both sides will begin with 2 minutes of opening statements. Next, you will present factual evidence to the jury. We will end with 2 minutes of closing arguments. Once all evidence is presented, the jury appears without bias. Will decide the fate of Jada Pinkett Smith and her Red Table with a clear and decisive judgment. We will begin with the prosecution. Miss Luciette, please begin with your opening statements.
Oh, Mr. Mac.
Hello.
I absolutely agree.
Y'all, it's the entanglement episode for me. You know what I mean? I didn't need to see Muhammad Ali with the sad face. We got to see Will Smith how we didn't want to see Will Smith. How you go from Independence Day saving the earth to sad cause your bitch fucking August Alsina. It's the entanglement episode for me.
He named after the end of the summer. He's not even in one of the good summer months. Go ahead.
No.
August is like, school finna start.
Objection, Your Honor. Who's presenting the
The
opening
worst
statement?
month, both of us. Hang on, we getting there. The thing is for me, I appreciate Jada. I appreciate Willow, I appreciate her mama. They was there at the Red Table Talk trying to guide us. And as women, thank you, you wanted to help us. But now, you can help yourself off the internet. Please, for the love of God. What else do we need to know about the Smith family? Do you want to know if Will Smith shaved his balls? Keep watching.
That was an episode. Season 2, episode 4, they really did discuss
It's coming.
that.
Check the synopsis. We have to put the book down. If you keep reading it, the chapters are getting crazier and crazier. Y'all know, like, when you writing on the show and the seasons are getting to season 16, they just start getting hella crazy with the storyline.
So-and-so done got abducted by aliens. Come on.
And now they here, forcing this down our throat. The Smith family never wanted to tell us nothing about their life. We knew they was open. We knew they was getting jiggy with who the hell ever else in the fucking 90s. We know that.
Whoa.
But they didn't want to tell us that until social media came with a tag. Now they monetizing their family drama. Like the Black Kardashians. Cause it's the entanglement episode for me. I don't like it. I'm not here for it. And I am 100% ready to cancel Jada and the Red Table Talk. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Luciette. Thank you.
Say that shit.
Thank you. We will begin with opening statements. Mr. Ryan Davis, please proceed.
Hey, it's good to be back, Judge.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Good to see you again, baby. Welcome, Cynthia.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is gonna be rough. I know the first thing
Hi,
y'all
Ryan.
are gonna think,
You ain't say hi to me.
we've been here before. Been here before. This time they won't rob me. Listen, I know y'all are, I heard the claps. I heard all the claps. Clearly y'all don't fuck with Jada. And I know y'all probably think, how's this nigga gonna ask me to fuck with her? I won't. Fuck her, if that's how you feel. I think we need to be honest about what this situation is. Will wrote a whole book about his life. She ain't the only one airing out business. But in his book, he said she never wanted to be married. Why the fuck would you marry somebody who never wanted to be married? What is it about Jada that would lead you to believe she was going to be amazing as a wife? Was it a role she played in? Matter of fact, she's never played a wife in anything.
No.
Let's think about the relationships and roles that she's played, okay? How about Jason's lyric? Fell in love with a guy, got her own brother, and that nigga brother killed. Set It Off? Was that the movie where she fell in love with a dude and absolutely ruined his reputation and his job by robbing the bank that nigga ran? And listen to that, and that nigga answering the phone sad like, this bald-headed lady may have cost me everything.
Wow.
But she did play a wife in one movie, though. In one movie, she played a wife that had marriage trouble and went down to New Orleans with her friends and she fucked a young nigga. Oh my God! Oh my God!
Objection, Your
Oh
Honor.
my
She also played
God.
LL Cool J wife.
Oh my God!
She played LL
Wait
Cool
a
J wife in
minute.
that funeral movie.
Hey, like my man Boo Capone says, let me land.
A fine young nigga at that.
I don't think landing is your issue, but go ahead.
Oh, that's messed up, man. Your feet touch the floor in that chair? Anyway.
They do though, so I don't know.
Allegedly. But listen, the only acting job that I've ever seen her do is playing that nigga's wife. That was the only thing she was not accustomed to and a role she didn't even want. And now we want to punish her because she tried her best? Nah, I don't think that's how it's gonna go down today. The defense rests for now.
Oh yes, yes, I love it. I love it. Let me know when it's my turn, please. Thank you. I'm slapping my hands together.
Now we will begin with 2 minutes of you to present your evidence for both sides. Mr. CP, it's your time, sir.
Oh man, first of all, I want to say excellent job to my partner,
Thank
Cynthia. You brought up something, Ryan, that was very interesting. Jay didn't want to be a wife. Somebody asked you to marry them, and they're making $20 million a movie. Most bitches say yeah.
Yeah.
Including the one that didn't want to be married. Fact of the matter is, she felt so comfortable in her position that she started giving marital advice. Unwarranted marital advice from somebody who doesn't want to be married. Named it after a table. Sound like she's taking advantage of a situation that she is benefiting from, whether you believe she didn't want to be married or not.
I'm sorry, is that a bad thing?
No, what it is it's somebody
Respect
who
this hustle. is
somebody
what it sound like.
it's a hustle.
Yeah.
Right, and that's
Yeah.
fine. But see, the problem is that we have very few representation of a black household in America that is on the forefront, right? And you know how people be like, oh, they open, so mind your business, right? But then their business becomes our business when they want to be pillars for our community. See, the red table talk sound like somebody who don't got their shit together, who want to be nosy and be all up in your shit. No advice given, just me and my mama crying, laughing, listening to your story.
Yup.
I know a bunch of women on my block in Detroit used to have red tables. Their tables wasn't red, but they was nosy than the motherfucker. Miserable ass, nosy ass women. See, here's the thing, right? Jada had an acting career. I don't think she ever grossed more than $1 million in a role, but I mean, that's not Will's fault. You know, she didn't really need to be married to a mega rich man other than the fact that her status rose. Everything grew except her hair.
Way to lose the women.
Way to lose the women? What are you talking about? Way to lose her fucking hair in the 90s. First of all, she got mad at Chris Rock for making a G.I. Jane joke, but the reality is that Jada's been a short hair queen for about 25 years now. I've never known Jada to have long hair. So somebody make a short hair joke, that's like making a fight joke or a voice joke about Mike Tyson. It is a lighthearted jab to say, hey, you know, that was almost like a layup. One thing that we have to do that I've seen recently is we always point out toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity exists because positive masculinity exists, right? There's a rubric. There would be no positive masculinity if there were not for the toxic masculinity to compare it to. But what we never talk about is toxic femininity. We almost leave that out of the conversation as if to be a feminine is to be perfect from the beginning to the end. There is no growth area standardly for a woman. And I feel like that's not the case with this lady. Jada exudes toxic masculinity all the time. From starting shit, throwing stones and hiding her hand, to not defending her own man on national TV when it's one of his most important nights, and he's taking up for you. He didn't even have to do that because guess what? His legacy is already cemented.
Right.
The only stain on his record is you.
Aw, shit. The rematch is on. Cancel Court will be right back.
Kishi, do you have any rebuttals of what you just heard?
Of course I do. Christopher Powell.
Keisha E., last name a letter.
It is. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury. It's a cute argument you presented.
Sexy than motherfucker.
Let's talk about it. The only thing that my client is guilty of is having a vagina. Is that a crime? No. Is it now a crime to have a pussy in America? And apparently a very good one.
In
Excuse
some
me,
civilizations, they
you
sew
had
it
your
up.
moment.
All right,
You
go
had
ahead.
your moment. We talk about Jada Pinkett Smith. We talk about this red table. We talk about the Smiths business. We talk about her entanglements. The entanglement was for her. We talk about it, right? Is it a crime? Or was it embarrassing? Or was it too much when, let's say, Carmelo Anthony cheated on Lala?
Yes.
It was a crime.
Should technically, according
Was it
to
a
the
crime?
marriage documents they signed, I believe.
Did he do any time?
No, but
Was it a crime? Was it embarrassing when, let's say, Eric Benet
cheated on
cheated on a beautiful Halle Berry? Some of y'all childhood crushes.
Your Honor, I
adulthood
object.
crushes.
Are these closed marriages or open marriages? Because what we're
Excuse
talking
me.
about.
Excuse me.
Let her finish her point, Mr. CP.
Excuse me.
Let her finish.
Was it embarrassing, let's say, when Magic Johnson did to Cookie? And he fucked her friend and got her pregnant. This is before he really even had money. Was that a crime?
I thought she was gonna say before he had AIDS. I'm not gonna lie.
Before that, too.
That's what I thought she was gonna say.
Turn Cookie to a
The
Twix.
only crime is that our client has a vagina and not a penis. Because men have been doing it for years and it's not been a problem, right?
I object, Your Honor. The jury
I'm
is still out on whether or not Jada got it did, because I heard some things.
We will not have any
I
speculation.
ain't saying it grew from her, but she got a collection. All right.
Christopher Powell never has facts.
Yes.
Never has actual facts. That's the only crime that she's a woman. Men have been doing it for years, ladies, and it hasn't been a problem. Right? They're in an open marriage. She don't say nothing when we'll be out here. Nothing. But
Order that speculation, Missy.
Allegedly.
That is speculative. That will be stricken from the record. Strike it.
I could see it. I could see
Hey,
it.
hey, hey,
I'm
hey,
sorry.
hey.
I'm sorry. I'm an honest person.
They say, oh, she was fucking August Alsina. Oh, that was Jaden's friend. Oh, it was.
I mean, that's a little.
You know how many of Jaden Smith's friends would love to knock down Jada Pinkett?
I don't think that's the question that.
Oh, I'm not his friend. My bad.
You raise your hand?
Yeah.
First of all, Your Honor, Jaden
only
Smith would never
crime
hang out
is-
with Ryan.
The only crime.
He said that like it would be a problem for me to not hang out with a nigga who wears Batman suits to weddings.
Oh, but you can fuck his mama.
Hopefully.
I would love to see Christopher Powell. I would love to see his credentials. Where did he get his law degree? It's very unprofessional every time I come in here, sir. You've had your 45 minutes that was supposed to be 2, okay? Thank you.
Mr. CP.
So the real issue is sexism in America. What's next? Are they gonna tell us we can't have abortions? They did that. I got a from the prosecution.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. I can agree with anything that's off argument.
Right, I know, right? Like,
Popeye's chicken is good. I absolutely agree.
So it wasn't that it was embarrassing. Will doesn't find it embarrassing. He's okay with it.
he's not.
He's very much fine with
He's
it.
not.
It's that you
he slapped
niggas.
Chris Rock. That's how unokay he was with it.
How did you find a female Christopher Powell?
I was just saying. We exist.
It's that you niggas in the internet and Instagram is not okay with it. And they got something to say. Red Table Talk isn't for the viewers to talk, it's for her to talk at her red table. And that was fine. They do that at their house. You ever seen a shot? It's shot in their home. Will had no issues with that. She did nothing outside of the contract that they have with each other. They have an open marriage. She's free to do with her vagina what she chooses to do with it. Amen. Ooh, it hurts you to wait your turn, don't it?
It do.
It really does. I don't like this. Yeah, it's really hard.
The only thing she did was she chose the wrong side, nigga. It happens. Players fuck up sometimes, you know what I mean? She didn't get one that was quiet. That's the only thing she's wrong with. That's the only crime she committed. And everybody was like, oh, she's embarrassing him. Oh, it's embarrassing for their family. Is it?
Yeah.
They got millions. They don't give a fuck. You think they care about what we think?
I don't know about you, but I can't wait to talk.
I know, right? I'm like,
Killing
damn.
them. It's just killing them. CP's the only child.
Your 2 minutes looking like a little sitcom too.
Well,
Go
you
ahead.
gotta subtract the time that you've
It
been
is to
talking.
get a little
you know what
time
I
for a
mean?
commercial breakish in
You
this
need to
motherfucker.
remember,
I ain't gonna lie.
72 times.
Can we cut to commercial? We'll be right back on
Brought to
Cancel
you
Court.
in part by KFC.
Yeah,
Order, prosecution. Both of you will be held in contempt. No more outbursts. Could you finish your point, Missy?
Where is the contempt? Is it away from this? Cause is there a contempt
Miss
room I can
Lucia,
escape
please
to?
order.
Okay.
You're going soon.
And these are the voices that wants to condemn Jada Smith. So I think y'all just need to mind y'all business.
We trying to, but they won't stop posting. New
Mind y'all
episode every
business. Why
Thursday.
y'all following? Why y'all watching? That's the real question. Why y'all watching?
There you go. There we go.
Why y'all watching?
Why are we watching? Let's cancel.
Why the fuck are you watching? Cancel Court will be right back.
Mr. CP, I got a question for the prosecution. When Will, for many people, a lot of black women were applauding the fact that he stood up for his wife. A lot of black women in America feel like not enough black men stand up to protect them. They feel like they always have to protect the black man, but the black man, they don't protect them.
Absolutely.
In this moment, they felt like Will actually stood up for his black wife on a national stage where they felt like Chris Rock had disrespected her for a second time in Oscar history, 2016 and then 2022. Could you speak on that, your perspective on that?
Your Honor, I couldn't agree more. I think that, when we speak about these things, we can't speak from a personal standpoint, right? Like, I feel as though myself and even my across counsel, Ryan, very respectful toward women. And as a whole, we do need to take care of our women a lot more. And I think that when you see someone like Will Smith doing that for a woman who barely deserves it, it's a slap in the face to the women who work hard every day for their men, doing exactly what they're supposed to do, and yet and still they don't get taken up for. I can absolutely agree. When you see somebody like that, when you're doing so much better spiritually and mentally for your dude, and then, here you got a guy like that who's stressed the fuck out by his girl and he's still gonna take up for her, that's something. But I wanna say something too, though, because I think Keisha E. touched on a very, very important point that we need to address in front of the jury in this case, and that is the double standard presence. I always understand that women are always usually, for a lot of reasons, get the short end of the stick with the double standard. But there are a lot of things that they get the long end of the stick of, right? For example, Keisha brushed it under the rug and said, all Jada Pinkett did was pick the wrong side, nigga. If I'm not mistaken, any nigga that's ever got caught cheating on some bullshit picked the wrong side, bitch. That's pretty much how it goes.
Not always.
No.
Not
When you
always.
cheat and things don't work out, there's always a possibility that it could have worked out better with a better person who had a better mentality. Therefore, theoretically, you have chosen the wrong side piece
No,
all the
sometimes
time.
people just see you. Sometimes
Right,
she
but-
went through your phone. Sometimes somebody told. Sometimes it ain't the chick. Sometimes she
Right,
play
but
her
guess what?
part.
She went through your phone.
But it
Why-
wasn't just August, it was Tupac. She embarrassed him with Tupac. Why can't I talk? Think she was talking, he on
Go
my
ahead,
side.
order, keep it calm,
But
one
they have
at a
law
time.
degrees, sir.
One at
Bang
a
your
time.
gavel with her.
Go ahead, Miss Lucia, one at a time. Go
Right,
ahead,
it
I'm
was
sorry.
also Pac. Thank you, Miss Lucy.
Thank
Can you
you.
explain?
Yes, I would say like August Alsina, one, she brought him to the red carpet. That goes beyond side piece. By the time you taking him in place,
They also
was
went on a
okay
family
with that?
vacation. A family vacation
was
with her
okay
kids.
with that?
Right, but
She
guess
said
what
she
though?
was healing him. She was fucking.
Wait a second.
Your pussy
Wait a
was
second. That's
That
what I
is
was
true.
about
Do you
to say.
believe? Do you believe?
Pussy healed. I don't know what y'all
I
talking
know
about.
All right, that's what
It
we
can
be
rejuvenate a
healing niggas. That's how-
motherfucker.
Order, one
I
at
can't
a
talk
time.
about my pussy now?
One at a time. We would love to hear more about your teeter pot.
Thank you.
But we just need some order.
Peter pot.
Okay, so the point is, it wasn't just August Alsina. She constantly said she wished she would have been with Tupac over Will Smith. He was on the Breakfast Club crying about it because he can't out-rap Tupac. He can't outshine Tupac. The Fresh Prince is nowhere near as fly as Tupac, and Tupac been gone, God rest his soul, for about 30 years. And I would still rather fuck Tupac over Will Smith. That's a hard pill to swallow.
She has a very valid point about the fact that it is pretty embarrassing. I think that one of the pillars of a great woman, in my opinion, Jury, let me know if you agree, is the ability to help your man control his ego. I hear women talk about this all the time, right? How, I make sure that, my man feels like a man by doing said things that speak to his love language. Right? And sometimes that's important as we, because as men, we do the little thing, babe, I think I'm fat. Hell no, you ain't fat. Clothes tight than a motherfucker. Right? It is about controlling and nurturing your partner's ego so that they can bloom into the perfect version of themselves. What kind of ego blast is it for you to keep throwing a dead man in your husband's face in public, having your children write letters to this man in public, a person that we, as the public, we have to respect. We gotta respect this man. My wife, when we was broke, if she needed to slide me 20 under the table so it looked like I paid, that helped me to control the narrative of my masculinity.
Talk.
We're not canceling her as a black woman or a woman with a vagina. What we are canceling is this kind of mindset that this is what men been doing all the time, so it's okay. Who's gonna heal then?
She's healing.
No,
She
what she's
healed
doing
August.
is she's exploiting the narrative and trying to control it and ushering in this new wave for the quote unquote women to be. She is the very first city girl. Thank you. I do my hands like this. I do them like this.
Order. Keep your tempers. Keep your tempers and emotions in line, jury. Mr. Ryan Davis, do you have anything to counter what was just
Sure he doesn't, but let him try. I laugh like this.
There was a point that I wanted to make, and then they made it for me. Sometimes you think you're winning, but you're just playing into the opposition's hands. Well. So I appreciate y'all for helping me make my point, because surely you won't have a rebuttal to this. You said that she wanted Tupac, and I would make the point that you're right. When are we as society going to stop pushing women and shaming women for liking the thug? She would have never agreed to marry a nigga that she didn't even want to marry had the world not shamed people for liking thugs. She wanted the West Side Till I Die nigga. She ended up with this nigga.
Jada Shakur.
I hit that shit. It was clean, right? But she ended up with that nigga. There's groups like Jodeci, right? Freaking You. Shit like that. Bad Boys. Everybody don't want Boys to Men. And then you take somebody like Jodeci and you put him with Tupac, you get How Do You Want It? You take Jodeci, put it with Will Smith, you get Millennium. You take, you know what I mean?
Man.
You take Cisco, Thong Song, you know what I mean? You put him with DMX, what these bitches want from a nigga.
Yeah.
You put them with Will Smith, Wild Wild West.
No, thank you.
It's not a great point?
No, it's not at all.
Thank you. So, because it's a point that y'all at the end of the day, it's unfair to Jada. Because y'all are making it seem like she's tearing down this great man, when in fact she couldn't have the man that she really wanted because of the way y'all judge women who want these type of men. She's Bonnie. Bonnie is supposed to have Clyde. When Clyde robs a bank and he comes home, Bonnie like, why ain't you take me with you?
Yeah.
Will Smith, let's be honest, that's Mr. Magoo. Mr. Magoo ain't supposed to be with Bonnie. Shit starts looking weird.
Yeah.
And now y'all.
Hey, real quick, in that scenario, is Mr. Magoo paying all Bonnie broke ass bills, or is?
Well, that's what Magoo niggas do.
Oh, wait, I can't.
It's okay.
I want to call a
Your Honor,
witness.
can you please
It's
control the
okay.
corduroy hat?
Order, let him finish.
Yeah, listen, it's okay. It's okay. But we got to get to a point to where we stop shaming people into these situations. Because you're sitting there going, he had a lot of money, 200 million, his career was better than hers. All of these reasons is sure what people were saying in her ear as to why she should be with this nigga. Jada Pinkett is from Baltimore and used to sell drugs. Why the fuck is she with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
That part.
This nigga, Will, have y'all watched the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Yes.
Will, Goofy Will is supposed to be the most gangster nigga in the house. He the street nigga in the house. Will Smith has never been a street nigga. Ever. Ever. The only time he's tough is in movies. If anything, this woman gave him a little bit of street cred. This is the woman with the braids stepping on a different world,
Yes.
with the attitude. Without her, dude, we might not even like Will like that.
That is not a fact, though. Bro.
That's not
Your
a,
ass saying.
bro, get out of here. She gave him credibility. He was using her.
That's such
Not
a
in
stretch.
any, that's a stretch.
That's such a stretch. It makes
So a
your
person
goddamn
didn't want to
waistband
get married.
blush.
Somebody didn't want to get married, but somebody wanted the family unit and the look and the children with the failed marriage.
Ooh.
Sound like somebody needed somebody more than the other person needed them. And what do they get for all the efforts that they make? An unloyal side nigga and a bunch of people judging them.
That part.
And now you want to cancel her because she didn't want to get jiggy with this nigga all the time? At what point do we start being honest with ourselves? It's a lot of women in here that a corny nigga with a lot of money can't have you. She tried it, and we saw how it worked out. And now we gonna shame her? We gonna shame her. Right.
This is such
Nigga,
a-
we gonna shame her. Cause
love-
the Men in Black nigga.
I love your argument, bro.
You do love my
No, it's
argument. You taking a
amazing.
walk with me?
It's the,
Just
it's
walk
the,
with
look,
me.
look, look,
Just
it's the
walk
best.
with me.
It's the
Make
best
that work.
argument that I get to fucking destroy when it's my turn.
You get to destroy?
Yes, I do. Absolutely.
Nigga, every
Absolutely.
argument you've made is played right into our argument.
Right.
And there's no doubt in my mind, whatever you say next will play into it as well.
Right.
Because, let's just be honest, this whole time we've been one step ahead of y'all. I'm not even gonna continue. I just wanna see what I get to talk about next. Go ahead, defense rest.
Going down.
In part 2 of the trial of Jada Pinkett Smith.
When are we gonna call Will out for anything? This nigga is making all these choices.
And he went on stage and assaulted another legend, Chris Rock.
I object. I object.
That!
Because your last fucking name is my last name?
It amazes me how everybody has so much, Christopher Paul has so much to say.
Daddy, you was just up here for an hour saying nothing. Keisha, chill.
Order in this court! This is important. This is Jada Pinkett Smith and her red table.
Your Honor, I object.
I didn't
Will
speak
Smith,
not
I
once
object.
while you were talking.
But I can still object. I don't give a fuck what
You
you
don't have anything to object to. You just
I
mad 'cause
object.
you
Will
losing.
Smith is not on trial.
Now all you niggas are about to get thrown out.